So this is going to be interesting. I have never done an unboxing on this channel before, at least not that I can recall. Or maybe I did briefly. I think I touched on something similar when I first got Make Toys Downbeat a few years back, but it wasn't really the same thing. This is a focused unboxing on one figure, and that figure just arrived this evening. Ordered it off of eBay. It is brand new in the box, at least it appears to be. The tape doesn't appear to be broken. The box is a little rough, but that's okay. And this is a figure that I've never owned and never touched before. So I think it's going to be interesting to do kind of a quick little unboxing and first impressions video. The figure in question is RID 2001 Megatron. This thing. I've been curious, and I have a Megatron shelf, and I kind of figure this could be kind of fun. So let us cut this thing open. And I'm a little unsure of how things are going to go because I should probably not look through the camera when cutting, because there's a piece that is rattling around inside the box. I'm hoping it just popped off and didn't break, but we'll find out. And can already see some of the plastic ties that are in there are disintegrated. So that's interesting. Why are you not coming out? There we go. All right. I can still smell the 2001 air trapped in the box. No, obviously that's not how it works. All right. This out of here. Looks like there is nothing else inside the cardboard. And angle this down a little bit more so you can see what's going on here. Okay. Got plastic there. Oh, yep, there you can see the flip flap is what's rattling around. Let's move that off to the side. And nothing else inside the cardboard. There we've got the instructions. Don't want to forget those. Yeah, that is on there, which I guess makes sense. This tape has been there for like 20 years. That came off easy though. There we have the instructions for the bevy of modes that this guy has. Put this off to the side. And now we come to Megatron himself, the big guy. This is going to be cool. All right, so we'll lift off plastic and let's see. I don't think that's broken. I think that, yeah, it looks like it just popped off, so that's good for me. And oh boy, these things are, by which these things I'm referring to the plastic or the rubber bands. We've got those missiles. Is missile launcher. I'll get the missile launchers in a second. Actually, no, I'll get the missile launchers now, because Megatron himself is tied in there, so I'll just pop these suckers out. My apologies to anyone who's bothered by me opening up this sealed 20-year-old toy, but I'm one of those people who personally feels like if you're going to display them out of the box. Nothing against in-box collectors, nothing at all. I totally think it's a valid way to collect. It's just for me personally, I got to play with it. So let's put those off to the side and let us get him untied. Looks pretty good. The chrome is all in good shape. The rubber bands are a freaking mess, but you know, of course, they disintegrated. All right, let's start untying. So I'm curious, for those of you who open toys that come packaged like this, because I mean, you know, these days they don't come packaged like this in like the plastic bubble with the metal twist tie things. But I'm curious, do you all cut the ties or do you unwind the ties and manually pull them out? I'm personally more inclined to pull them out. Not because I like the extra work or anything like that, but more that I worry that cutting the metal wires would eventually damage the scissors that I use. I'd rather not do that. So just pull these out. Also, I will say there is something satisfying about getting all of the ties pulled out of the packaging and then just taking the figure out in one go. There's that. There is the arm. Come on. There we go. And that should do it. I don't think there's anything else holding them in other than the plastic. Come on, Megatron. Ah, there we go. There he is in all of his resplendent glory. Man, those wings. Those are something. Get these up and into place. Oh, man, those sound good. All right, I am gonna. Oh, wow. I don't know how well you can see it, but these rubber bands are not rubber bands anymore. I'm probably gonna have to clean this guy up a little bit, or at least scrape these bits off of him. My goodness. These are in rough shape. Wow. I'm also going to have to be sure I keep them over the desk because I don't want these bits falling onto the floor where the cats might find and eat them. So I would totally do that. They're not always smart. Don't tell them I said that. Alright, yeah, I'm definitely going to have to spend some time cleaning this guy up. But, other than the errant rubber bands that are kind of gooey in some places, that's fun. He looks to be in pretty good shape. Man, I do not like how gooey those rubber bands are. That is definitely going to take a cleaning. Oh, yep, you can see they're still stuck to this thing. But, will this pop back in? Yeah, okay, cool. So it's not broken at least. Megatron is not broken. He is merely gross with old rubber band. I should hold that down so that he stands properly. There we go. Man. I did not consider the possibility that the rubber bands would be in this kind of shape. Otherwise I would have come prepared with cleaning stuff. Yuck. I don't want to spend the entire video cleaning this guy, but I also don't want to transform him when I could potentially get these things gummed up with all of these gross rubber band bits. What to do? I guess I'm going to take my tweezers and try and do a little bit of careful cleaning on camera so that we can kind of go over, I guess, the techniques I'm going to use just in case anyone else has this issue. So I've just got these little pointy nose tweezers. Just going to delicately pull off these rubber bands that are, I'm sure, are not toxic at all. And I probably don't need to thoroughly wash my hands and the figure after this. I'm sure. Boy, this is not what I expected. Well, really, I feel like maybe if I just get a spudger and scrape it off, it'll be fine too. I don't know. Still, though, not ideal. Not that I don't blame the eBay seller for this. This is just, it's a 20-year-old toy that's been bound by 20-year-old rubber bands. So, not the seller's fault. Still though, yikes. Why did they have to use this? And I suppose when they were putting it together or boxing it or whatever, they weren't thinking like, hey, what if someone has this thing sitting in the box for 20 years? Yeah, I'll clean that up later. I don't want to subject you all to 30 minutes of cleaning. But yeah, there we go. There we have RID 2001 Megatron, or Gigatron, or whatever you want to call him. He is pretty neat looking. Because of all the nonsense with the rubber bands and stuff, I am not going to bother transforming him right now. I'm sorry for anyone who wants me to. I just, as I said, I'm not confident in transforming him with the rubber band residue all over everything. I want to make sure to clean that off first. But I will say the joints seem pretty nice. The hips, I'm not fond of the play and the ratchets going out. I mean, it's kind of on par with the ratchet joints that I've come to expect from the era, but I just wish they were a little bit stronger. But then the forward and backward motion seems a lot stronger, though there is still some play there too, so I guess that's just how it is. These are pretty nice. Those ball joints I might want to adjust just to make them a little bit stronger, because this is kind of a big and heavy figure, or at least heavy. But he's not huge, but he's a pretty decent size. Oh yeah, oh god. Okay. He is shedding pieces because of the rubber band that was going around these arms here. Ew. I should have thought this through better. Where did that piece go? There we go. Yuck. But yeah, he is pretty cool looking. I like how different this look is for Megatron. And the multiple modes, I think, are also pretty interesting. Can he do the kind of pose I prefer to do? Where it's like slightly, arms slightly back, slightly curled in. Yeah, he can do that pose. Not a ball jointed head, but that's okay. I don't know, he's he's a pretty nifty little fella. I'm looking forward to messing around with him some more. I love the wings. Both the mechanism that allows them to connect together, so when you move one, it just moves all of them, like in succession, both in and out. That's really cool. But like, they just look really nice too. It's really nice color gradation on there. I love that. That's just silly. And let's see, no waist joint, it looks like. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the case going in, but wanted to make sure. Man. I mean, I know everyone loves Transmetal 2 Megatron, but look at this guy. He is regal. He is one regal, evil robot overlord. And I have him now, yay! So yeah, based on the overall condition of this guy in the box, I am inclined to think that it was not an open box, and that it's just, you know, something that's been sitting there for decades. But he's mine now. And now, after cleaning him up, I get to try and figure out how to fit him onto the Megatron shelf, so that's going to be fun. But he is a looker. Gotta give him that. I love this kind of gradient, turquoisey, silvery chest design there. That's really cool. I'm looking forward to messing with him. I understand, like, I do know that some of his modes are not great, and that's fine. The robot mode looks great, and some of his other modes I actually like quite a bit. Like the car, definitely not It's a little silly looking. So you move him off to the side temporarily and bring the box in. And see, the car mode is definitely weird, but for what it is, I think it works, and I actually like it quite a bit. The hand is ridiculous, but I also kind of think it's cool. And ridiculous, but kind of cool. The flying the ship, I think, is fine. The two-headed dragon definitely works. The bat, other than that weird faceplate thing, I think works. But then there's the, what is it, the 10 modes that this guy has total? Like, because I think this figure specifically, they advertise 6 modes. But he can do all the modes. So the other 10 modes that Galvatron, I think, does, he can do them too. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to trying that Griffin mode. The Griffin actually looks pretty cool. But I think that is going to do it. That's enough. I've gone on for like 15 plus minutes. So I'm going to stop here. I'm going to clean this guy up and eventually, fingers crossed, make a proper video on this guy. So thank you all for checking out this little experiment. And also, feel free to let me know what you think of RID Megatron or Galvatron or Gigatron, because, as I said, it's a figure that I've always been curious about, but never actually had for myself. So, thank you again for watching. Let me know what you think, and I will see you all next time.